Hello, my Scrapper Names fans. How are we all? So I am back with a bonus Kitaholic Kit video for you. This one's using the still using the May kit. It's not a design team one again. It's just a bonus one using up the my May stash. So as I said, I'm using up the gorgeous May kit, which had the Simple Stories I Am collection, and I'm doing a Project Life page for you. So using the 12x12 papers to create my own Project Life filler cards, title card, and all those fun things. So what I'm doing here is this is the first card off the rank is the title card. So I'm just using a small doily, I think. Filmed this a little while back and I can't quite remember what I did. I think I fussed around for ages with this, with where I wanted to place the doily. I have this thing about not wanting to cover up the prettiness of a card if I'm going to use it. So I play around with where I'm going to put the doily. I think I was going to use half of it, and then I used like this quarter of it, and yeah, so you shall see where it gets placed. And then I use these little label pieces that come in the kit as well, as kind of backings for my title to come. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope you have had a chance to dig into your Kitaholic kit for your May kit, because the June ones will be arriving on our doorsteps any day now. I'm voiceovering this, and it is the 4th of June. It's my birthday today, actually, so yay. This video will go up tomorrow. But yes, so we should be getting our kits very shortly. But yes, so I've got in my stash here, which I have said before, but so you know, I have the main kit, which I've always gotten. I've got the embellishment kit and the paper add-ons. I've got lots of extra paper, which is always good because I hoard it a little bit. Maybe that's not a good thing. It stays in my stash. I do try and use it. I am trying to use it. But yes. So yes, you see lots of there, but as of always, if you're a regular follower of mine for a while, I've had the Kitaholic Kit main kit for a while, and there is always a lot in there. So yes. So as you can see, I've made my title card, just Gal's Creative Time. I've used the black alpha stickers that came in the kit, as well as that creative, which is part of the Simple Stories sticker book that you can see sort of spread across the top of my screen there. Some lovely of the puffy stickers. Really love these puffy stickers. Thinking of getting some more. And some of the mixed bag of sequins that we've got there, that I'm just playing around with getting stuck down, just to add a little bit of shine, a bit of glimmer, because that, whilst it's nice and colourful in the background, I just thought it was very flat as well. So I just wanted to add a pop of bling to this title card as well, just to make it, you know, pop out a little bit, stand out a little bit. As you can see, a really good bag of sequins there. All right, loving these little phrase stickers that come in the the Simple Stories sticker book. I have to say, and I've said this in my last bonus video, I think, I love these booklets of stickers. They are the most useful, most decent, pretty sticker books. It's just beautiful. So jump on to the shop, even if you don't get the kit, jump onto the Kitaholic Kit shop and definitely grab yourself some, because this is a gorgeous collection. It's a very usable collection. But these sticker books, seriously, are awesome. Yeah, can use them a lot, which is really cool. But yes, you get those little phrase quotes pieces, stickers in them as well. So I was looking, did I add one? No, I just added that little banner piece in the top right corner there. I didn't actually add, but I think I used some later on in the video. And there's very red. All right, so there's the spread all together, so you can see title cards in, working on the next piece. So what my usual process is with the Project Life spread, and I don't know if anyone else is like me, but I sort of have a process in my process of doing things. I usually go through and I cut all my photos down, which I do off camera if I'm filming, so that way you sort of don't have to be submitted to that, you know, fuffing around as to which is going where. And then I have been, if I'm going to use papers instead of proper like PL cards, then I will cut them down and pop them in where I want to go. Then the next step is, which you'll see me as I'm doing now, is going through and making my title card, my filler cards, my journaling card, whatever, and then I start to embellish the photos. I kind of, in the beginning, was just sort of going hell for leather with everything and just here, there and everywhere and using lots of embellishments, which I still do, but now it's a little bit more controlled as opposed to sort of really going over embellishing. Like, as much as I love my embellishments, sometimes you've got to be careful. I find I didn't want to take away from the photos, and especially in pockets like this where the photos are cut down into like this smaller square, you don't want to add too much. I find I don't want to add too many embellishments, and it does take away from what the photos is trying to tell as such. So little embellishments, maybe a little bit of journaling, or little embellishments with a big journaling piece that says sort of what all the photos or all the spreads sort of doing. That's my process now. It just kind of keeps me on track a little bit. Makes it easy when I find when I'm working with a kit, more than when I'm just sort of grabbing here, there and everywhere from my stash. No, 50% of the time I'm working from a kit now, because I get these kits, especially now I'm getting the design team stuff from Kitaholics. I'm getting my Scrapping Fun kit. I also get a Colour Blast kit, although that's more mixed media than I've done anything Project Lifey with this. But yeah, so that's just my process. Let me know in the comments if any of you have like a bit of a process that it's not developed, like it's just developed over time, I guess, time management-y kind of thing. I don't know, just happened, this is the way it works. But let me know if you have a bit of a process with things. My 12x12s, not so much. My mixed media stuff, not so much. My Project Life seems to have a bit more of a structure to it. But yeah, I'd love to know whether or not anyone else seems to have a process with their scrapping of things. That would be, yeah, interesting to know. I guess, whether or not you are just a stick and plonk with everything. But yes, anyway, so just working on this card, and I do, with this one, I actually stuck, I have a 3x4 white blank grid card, journaling Project Life card, that I've stuck these pieces of pattern paper to, because I didn't have a full bit of this paper. I didn't want to cut into another full 12x12. I know, hoarding, whatever. And then I just wanted to put a piece across the join of the two papers, which is where this Share Your Beauty with the World piece is covering, and then a bit of washi there, sticker, I think. And then, yeah, so it took me a little bit to work out my placement of everything on this one, just so it looked a bit balanced. It didn't look a bit too oddball-y. And then, yeah, it just sort of all came together. So just a little bit of journaling, some more bling, and the date, which worked in really well. All right. Next one. Wasn't sure about this paper, but it's kind of like a mini challenge to myself, I think, with the black and white check. Only because it just was quite flat. But in saying that, then it made it a little bit more easy to work around with the embellishments and tie in some different colour schemes there. I'm trying to use up some of the embellishments. As I said, there's so much. I got so much in the kit. It was great. So using up some of those pieces, and I still have heaps left over. So, yeah, while I wait for my other kit, I might make maybe I'll make some DIY embellishments. That might be in the next video I do. Let's see what happens. Using up some kit stock, maybe. Maybe we'll see what happens. Anyway, that might be a couch scrapping thing. So that might just be an Insta story or something. Anyway, just rambling on. So just playing around, I saw these scissors in the kit and I was like, I'm pretty certain I'm going to only use these on a layout to do with crafting, because I was like, how else would you use these? And it was perfect. I was going through some photos that I'd printed, and I had this spread to do of a weekend I had with the two girls, my daughter and stepdaughter, while my partner was away on a golf trip away with my dad and brother. So we had a girls' weekend where the last time I think I completely rearranged my craft space. If anyone has watched some of my previous videos or follows me on Instagram. But yes, and then we had some craft time in the new space. So yes, it was perfect. These scissors were perfect for some of that, as well as some of the sentiments in this kit. If you have a quick look at the top there, it says like creative, talented, inspiring, and you know, those sorts of things. So it was really cool that way. This kit worked that way as well. Just trying to add some more pops of bling in as well, just so that they all sort of flow throughout the layout, or spread, sorry. Nice and simple, clean sort of card, but you know, still looks pretty. And as you can see here too, with some of those photos, I've cut them down the middle to fit evenly across two pockets, just because I didn't actually have a pocket page protector that would fit all those photos in, and I didn't want to sort of split the photos across two sides of a page protector, just because I thought it would waste sort of the page protector in space and things like that. So I just cut them in half because it didn't make too much of a difference. You can't tell, well, as such, greatly. It doesn't, sort of not a big eyeballing sort of ugly looking cut. So yeah, so it was, yeah, but that's another trick. I've said this before. I think I've done that before. If you can make a sort of clean break down the middle of a photo without chopping somene's head in half or something like that, then, you know, why not do it? I mean, no one's judging, I don't think. At the end of the day, it's still telling your story. It's still telling, you know, you're still documenting this memory in some kind of way. And as I said, as long as it's not, you know, hacking off someone's head or hacking them in half, what does it matter? You know, I try and do it so it's not too noticeable as such, as best as possible. But, you know, if it's going to look a bit odd, then, you know, don't do it. But yeah, so something that, it's just a little trick, saves on space, saves on page protectors as well. Just a bit of a FYI. So try and do, especially when I'm running low on page protectors, I try and do, if I can fit another spread in the back of it, like behind, so like say for example in behind this one, then I will. If not, well, that's just life, whatever. But yeah. Alright, so I'm just putting this little phrase piece onto another label piece. I'm trying to use up the labels. There's so many labels. You get like a whole bag of labels now. There's just exclusives to Kitaholics as well. Just doing a little fishtail banner piece as well. And it just says "So creative." And this is my little girl using some texture paste, hence why I opened my texture paste last night to make a layout and went, I have like none left. I was like, between my daughter and stepdaughter, I was like, I'm going to kill them. But anyway, so yes, she's putting it through a stencil. It was very cute. So very crafty, very cute indeed. Yes, so it is adorable when they do it. I mean, I was sort of going, my other half's going, but you love it when they scrapbook with you. And I was like, yes, I do, but, you know, up my scrapping budget so that it covers them, you know, using my stuff. But anyway, it's all good. All good. So more of the little love heart stickers. So they're not necessarily, those aren't the puffy stickers, but they are little heart stickers, as you can see, that are in that Simple Stories book. all done. Doesn't need too much on there. Again, as I said, not trying to over embellish the photos just because there's not a lot of room. I don't want to take away from the story in the picture. This is another photo where I think it's this one. Might be, I think it's this one, where I was conscious of not taking away. This is one where I've cut in half. Making sure both sides of the photo balanced out. So that they flow, so both you can tell that the photo was the one photo as such, and not taking away from what the photo is trying to tell. So my stepdaughter here is trying her own little technique she wanted to try that she was really happy that worked, using some black gesso around to make like a border around the edge of her cardstock. She was most thrilled that it worked perfectly the way she wanted to. She's a bit of a perfectionist. I can't say much about because so can I be, but anyway. So just trying to make sure, as I said, as you can see, there's the cut down the middle, so they sit in a pocket side by side, and making sure that they don't look completely different to each other. There you go. All done. Oh, and that beautiful little wood veneer heart again in the kit. Now, if you haven't, I don't think I show it in the, I'm not sure if I show it in this video, but if I don't, pop back to some of my previous Kitaholic videos. You will see my big blue kit tray. It's basically a blue platter tray that I picked up from a cheapie shop. It shows you the entirety of everything that's in the main and embellishment kit. It's quite a fair bit, so you can imagine that obviously the kit's split apart like that. There's still a fair bit in there. If you're curious to know exactly what's in what, you can obviously go back into the Kitaholic shop and have a look at all the Kitaholic Facebook page, and you can see when like the June ones have just been revealed on Friday night, so you can jump over and have a look as well as what's in there. But there's a chocker full of goodness. I think I was going to add that heart and then changed my mind. Don't think it was too big, possibly. I think I debated whether or not to add too much more. Do I add any puffies? Maybe some more hearts. Can't go without hearts. It's a very hearty filled spread. I think this is the last photo in the spread that I do, just of my stepdaughter finishing or moving on to some more of her creation of her layout she was doing. She mixed some gelato into some texture paste, more texture paste. So I didn't mind putting these bigger embellishments at the back there just to cover up the background sort of scenery of the photo, which was just my shelf that sits behind the table she was working on. And that's it, all done. So as I said, this was just a bit of a bonus video, just using up some of my May kit. So I hope you've enjoyed. Remember to hit the thumbs up. Any questions, comments, whatever, leave them in the comments below. And I will see you soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching. See you later. Bye.